Hello, in this video we'll show you how to remove the small turbo and the exhaust manifold on BMW 535D F10 model. This model has two turbos. We're gonna show you how to remove the small turbo which is on top of the engine. First we have to remove the two metal plates. Next we remove the connector for the airflow meter, and then afterwards we have to remove the air pipes. The air pipes and the air filter housing as well. To remove the air pipe, we need to remove one bracket which is just down there, and we just need to unscrew it and loosen it, and then it will remove the air pipe. Next we have to remove the vacuum lines that are in the way. When we remove the vacuum lines, don't forget to mark them so that you don't put them in a different place afterwards, then the car will not work properly. Next we remove the bolts that are on the heat shield that is over the turbo. Now that we remove the bolts, the heat shield is loose now, but we can't remove it yet. We need to remove first the solenoid, the vacuum solenoid housing, which is just after the heat shield. But first we remove the electrical connection to the cooling fan, and we'll remove the cooling fan first. To remove the cooling fan, there is a metal plate that is just over the cooling fan. We need to remove that, and then now we see the cooling fan. I've already removed that metal plate, so now we can take out the cooling fan. There's two torque screws holding the cooling fan, and then there is we'll have to release the two clips on the two sides of the cooling fan, and the cooling fan just goes up. Next we remove a couple of bolts that hold the wiring. Next we remove a couple of bolts that hold the solenoid housing to the engine. The solenoid housing is just there, located behind the heat shield, behind the turbo, on top of the engine. And then we remove another couple of bolts which hold the wiring so that we can get it loose. And then after we get the wiring loose, we lift up the solenoid housing and we can get the heat shield out. That's the heat shield almost out, and now we have access to the small turbo. Here we see the bolts that hold the small turbo. We have to remove those bolts and release the pipes from the turbo. We have to remove the hose for the crankcase as well. We have to remove the bolts on the pipe on the right over there. This is the EGR pipe that goes into the exhaust manifold. Here are the bolts that hold the turbo to the engine. So we'll start by removing the bolts on the pipe for the turbo and the bolts on the EGR to the exhaust manifold. Next we remove the two bolts that hold the turbo to the exhaust manifold. Next we remove the high pressure oil pipe. It's held on by a banjo bolt. We have to remove the banjo bolt and afterwards remove the pipe. Here it is, we've almost removed the banjo bolt. That's the banjo bolt. Now I remove the banjo bolt that's on top. There's two banjo bolts on this turbo. Next we remove this bolt over there that holds the other pipe to the other turbo, and afterwards we can remove the turbo. Now we can remove the turbo. I forgot to take a video of how to take out the turbo because it took a little bit of force to take it out because of the O-rings on the pipes. You need a pry bar and just pull up, and the turbo will come out. These are the O-rings on the pipe that were stuck, so we needed force with a pry bar to lift up the turbo, and that's the turbo out now. And that's the exhaust manifold next we have to take out. To remove the exhaust manifold we need to remove these two bolts that hold the big turbo on top, and then there's two bolts that hold the turbo on bottom. It has to be done underneath the car. And then there is a bracket for the DPF that has to be removed, and then there is like 10 or 12 bolts for the exhaust manifold that we have to take out, and the exhaust manifold falls off. Thank you for watching the video. If the video was helpful, please subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you.